Hey guys, welcome to A4 Anime. Subscribe for us to more anime and movie related contents. Tony Stark goes through Iron Man suits the way most people go through socks, but the number of various armors in the comics differs from the MCU. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, Stark wears the Mark 85 armor for the final battle in Avengers Endgame, which makes sense considering he built 30 suits in Iron Man 3 in order to help cope with his Chitauri invasion-inspired PTSD, and made 34 other suits in the 5 years after Thanos snapped away half the universe. But although the first Iron Man movie shows Tony creating his first suit of armor, as Obadiah Stane so eloquently puts it, in a cave with a bunch of scraps, as he did in the comics, the number of suits Stark makes in the Marvel Comics universe is a bit different than in the cinematic universe. First appearing in Tales of Suspense, 39 chapter, March 1963, Stark's original gray armor was drab and simplistic, and he wasted no time sprucing it up with a gold-colored version in the very next issue. 8 issues later, Tales of Suspense 48 chapter December 1963 came the familiar red and gold design that has been Iron Man's trademark color palette ever since. At one point in the 70s, old Shellhead even sported a nose on his faceplate. The Invincible Iron Man Volume 168 chapter, June 1974, allegedly due to some miscommunication between Stan Lee and the book's editors, which was done away with when the most iconic version of the red and gold armor appeared in the Invincible Iron Man Volume 1, 85 episode, April 1976. The 1980s saw no less than 7 new armor designs, including the bulked-up space armor, the black stealth armor, and the silver and red silver Centurion armor. In the 1990s, 13 new designs appeared as fans were first introduced to the War Machine armor, the Invincible Iron Man Volume 1 281 chapter, June 1992, as well as the ever-popular Hulkbuster armor, the Invincible Iron Man Volume 1 304 chapter, May 1994. In the first decade of the 2000s, 16 new armor designs graced the pages of the Iron Man comics, with standouts being the Hulkbuster 2 design and the Thorbuster armor, which actually got torn apart by the Thunder God. In the last 10 years, there have been a record number of new armor designs. The Bleeding Edge armor, which is stored inside Stark's post-human body, the Iron Destroyer armor with its resemblance to Thor's nemesis, the Destroyer, the massive Phoenix Buster armor, created for obvious reasons, the Godbuster and Ultron Buster designs. These are just a handful of the 20 new armor designs that have appeared in the comics since 2010. Doing the math, 1960s 3 designs, 1970s 2 designs, 1980s 7 designs, 1990s 13 designs, 2016 designs plus 20 new designs in the past decade. It would appear that Tony Stark has made 61 different Iron Man suits in the comics, not too far off from the 85 in the cinematic universe. But one design fans will probably never see up on the big screen is the Fin Fang Foom-Buster armor, which is actually a 20-story mecha composed of 2 submersibles, 2 gunships and 2 aircraft, created to fight kaiju-sized creatures. Perhaps it could come in handy if there is ever a Marvel Pacific Rim crossover. So that's all guys, share this video to your friends to grow our anime family.